I don't know. After hearing him calm and talking about the tether story, it's probable.
Let's go down to the county attorney's office. I think you'll find a lot of humans down there.
All right.
No disrespect.
Stop driving.
I'm flirting with the judge in front of my dad.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. And once again, happy Valentine's Day. Hope everyone's having a great day. I've got a very entitled young lady or young woman, and she could be a Karen. She doesn't really, doesn't say, let me talk to your supervisor. I mean, she's in court in front of the judge. She doesn't raise her voice, but she has some comments, man. She has some comments that the judge looks at her sideways, the officer looks at her sideways. Yeah, it's yeah, strap in. As Judge Stevens would say, grab a Coca-Cola and your popcorn. Before I hit that play button, you already know. Hit that like and subscribe and do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Oh, 00282. This is people of the city of Royal Oak versus Beyonce Emile Lynn. That's you, miss?
Yeah, that's me.
Miss Lynn, you were present just a few seconds ago when the court explained the nature of an informal hearing. Is that true?
Yep.
And at that time, the court also explained that you would be required to make a selection from one of three options in the protection of your own rights. Is that also true?
Yes, that's true.
Ms. Lynn, this citation was issued on January the 12th of this year at about 1:30 in the morning. It said you were operating a 2014 Hyundai, black in color, on Greenfield, at or near Webster, in the city of Royal Oak. And at that time, you disobeyed a traffic control device. Officer Jones' citation, which has a detailed note on the face of your ticket, indicates the vehicle northbound Greenfield passed through red signal without slowing or stopping. That is a citation as it was written. You have the option to admit responsibility in this matter, or you may admit with an explanation, or you may deny responsibility. We will swear the parties and take testimony. What would you like this court to do for you today?
I would like to deny responsibility.
That's your right and your privilege.
All right. I completely forgot her name was Beyonce. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. I don't know. All right. Now we're about to have some fun.
Thank you.
Would the parties please raise their right hands? Do you both solemnly swear the testimony you shall give before this court shall be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes? Ms. Lynn?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Officer Jones, please proceed.
Magistrate, on the given date and time at the given location, myself and my fellow officer that were riding two-man patrol were in the area of Greenfield and Webster when we observed Miss Lynn driving the listed vehicle traveling northbound. When she approached the intersection of Webster, the light for north and southbound traffic was completely red, and we observed her vehicle, her as the driver, go through the red light. And then at that point in time, we made a traffic stop, and came in contact with Miss Lynn and advised her as such.
Very well. And what, if anything, is germane in your opinion related to your interaction with the motorist after the traffic stop itself? Was there any explanation offered?
After the stop and the explanation of what we had observed, Miss Lynn was adamant that the light was not red, but in fact yellow.
Okay. Anything further other than your right to rebuttal after Miss Lynn's testimony?
No, magistrate.
All right.
All right. Simple facts of the case. It's pretty late, 1 a.m. She ran a red light. She thinks it was yellow. He thinks it was red. When it comes down to he said, she said, without camera evidence, I don't think it's possible for the defendant to win this unless the officer doesn't show up. I don't know if I've ever seen a he said, she said where the judge went against an officer. Sometimes they'll lower the ticket price, but yeah, Not usually good unless you have evidence that it was in fact yellow. All right. Now let's hear what Miss Beyonce has. Queen B, let's go.
Ms. Lynn, it is your turn. What would you like this court to know?
Okay. Quickly, I want to clarify. So was the ticket for speeding through a quote unquote red light, or was
It is
it?
disobey traffic control device.
Okay. So could you explain to me what that means?
What it means is you disobeyed a traffic control device. It's quite self-explanatory.
Okay.
So
So were
a
my
traffic control device can be considered a stop sign, a yield sign, a
right?
stop light. So frankly, the citation was written under where it could have been written in terms of severity. Traffic control device disobedience is a little less severe than traffic signal disobedience, and it is already less points. But in any event, um, please proceed with your testimony related to that date and time.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Where my confusion comes from is when the officer came up to my car, he told me I was speeding through the light, and I was like, I I didn't speed through the light, and if I did, why didn't I get a speeding ticket? But I, like he was saying, I told him like the light wasn't red, it was yellow, and I went through it, but I didn't speed through the light.
Mhm.
So then from there, he proceeds to ask me, mind you, I'm a college student. Like, I live in a very wealthy neighborhood in Troy. Like, I'm in college. He comes to my car and says, do I have any misdemeanors? Is my license suspended? Is there any drugs and alcohol in the car? And I took offense to that because look at me. Like, I'm literally, like a 23-year-old girl. Like, I'm coming from my friend's house. In fact, my backpack was in the back seat. I'm coming from a study session. So for you to even accuse me of that gave it, I don't want to go there, but it was a little racial undertone. And on top of that, my sister was in the car with me, and he was being so rude. He came to the window. I'm like, "Hi, how are you?" And he's just being rude for no reason. So yeah,
Um, are you familiar with the phrase that quote unquote both things can be true?
yeah, I am.
All right. So in your opinion, and the court is not making a finding that the officer was rude, but
Hmm.
assuming that your testimony is correct and
Hmm.
that he was rude, how
Hmm.
would that have any bearing on whether or not you disobeyed the traffic signal?
Because I didn't. But
Okay.
the thing is, if you're supposed to be somebody who's protecting the community and wanting to make sure everybody's safe, why are you coming to my car being aggressive? I'm a young woman. There was no need for the aggression there.
Ms.
So
Lynn, the
I
police department nor the American jurisprudential justice system are on trial today. Frankly and technically,
understand that,
you
but
are. And the court is going to let you continue your testimony.
Mhm.
Please continue. What, if anything, would you like the court to know other than your allegation that this entire citation was racially motivated?
I didn't say it was racially motivated. I said that could have been a part of it, just to clarify for
Why bring up race if you're not going to say it was racially motivated? Why would you even bring it up? Anybody? I mean, it's, yeah, you know what? Probably a topic that I should stay away from. Best idea. All right, let's go.
the court's records because I wouldn't go there, but I could. But I'm just letting you know for future reference, just to give you context of the whole situation. I've never been to court in my life. I don't have I've nothing on my record, probably a parking ticket. So, like I don't,
Anything further?
that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The court has heard the testimony of the executive branch of government through the person of Officer Tyler Jones, a sworn and certified Michigan peace officer, who indicated on the date in question, he was on patrol with a fellow officer and observed a vehicle 2014 Hyundai, black in color, which ultimately was discovered to be operated by a Beyonce Lynn, disobey a traffic control device. Traffic control device is previously clarified for Miss Lynn can be and does include any form of a road sign, a yield sign, and any directional sign with respect to traffic control, and that therefore subsumes a traffic signal. The court would make the finding of fact that it appears Miss Lynn herself indicated she proceeded through a yellow light. The court would also make the finding of fact that while Miss Lynn averred to statements made by the officer, those can neither be confirmed nor denied by any third-party witness, but in as much as she suggested the officer said she speeded through the light, that may well be. Both things can be true. All things can be true. She could have been speeding through the light as well as disobeying the light. The citation before the court today, which is what we must confine our analysis and our findings of fact and law to, is that she disobeyed a traffic control device, and the court is more than amply convinced that in fact the burden of proof, a preponderance of the evidence, was met in this regard. So Ms. Lynn, you are found responsible for disobey a traffic control device. That is punishable with a $130 fine that is payable through the pay portal on the 44th District Court website. Or you may walk a cash check or charge into the 44th District Court, 400 East 11 Mile Road, Monday through Friday, between 8:30 and 4:30. That fine is due within 7 days. And Ms. Lynn, this court also further advises you that if you take exception to the court's ruling, you may appeal this decision to the chief judge of this district by filing and posting a $130 cash bond, so the same amount as the fine, to this court within 7 days. The matter will then be placed upon the formal hearing docket of the chief judge of this district, and at that time, the city would be represented by its city prosecutor, Mr. Ryan Kaluzny. So either as a fine or as a bond, 100.
All right. That's it. That's all I got. Just another short one. Got a good lineup for the night, though. You guys come hang out with me live. Got a good lineup. Good show. Good show. Just had this little extra one I wanted to get out there. Listen to what she says when she says, well, she doesn't say bye. She says something else. What do you guys think she means? Could be taken as a threat, possibly. Not really a threat. Threat's not the right word. I wish I could rewind and take that back. Not a threat, but it's definitely, yeah. Very Karen-esque. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Till next time. Bye.
$30 within 7 days, and that completes your hearing.
Okay, well, hope you both have the day you deserve, but thanks for your time.
Good luck to you.